Now this is the Mahindra XUV 3XO. Now it might seem like a midlife update to the XUV 300, but a lot of changes have gone into it along with the new name. So let's get right into it. Now this is obviously the most apparent change. This is the new family face of Mahindra's XUV range. And you can see quite a few distinct signatures here. For example, this quite large C-shaped lighting cluster. You get that double barrel look to it, all LED of course. This grille design, which is again very reminiscent of Mahindra's XUV lineup. And yeah, so this is how the front end looks, and Mahindra also says that certain changes have been made to improve visibility. The XUV 300 already was a great car to look out of, but more changes have been made in that regard. Now as you can see, not much has changed in profile, at least not apparently, but you now get 17-inch wheels, which Mahindra says are a segment first. Now this is a recurring theme. Mahindra has thrown absolutely everything that it can at the XUV 3XO in terms of features list, and that also counts in terms of safety. For example, you get 6 airbags and 4 disc brakes as standard across the lineup. Also new ESP system that's been taken from the XUV700, and you also get level 2 ADAS, which has again been taken from the XUV700. Now as you can see, that slightly flat slab-sided look to the rear remains unchanged, but otherwise a lot of work has gone in. It's a completely new shape, at least this part of it, and you can't miss the big lettering, the new bumpers and the full width light bar. Now the XUV 3XO wasn't the greatest in terms of boot space. Now Mahindra has tried to rectify it. Let me just get the boot here. Now Mahindra has reworked the sort of plastic trim inside, and now it gives you 364 liters, which is one of the highest in the segment. Now as you can see, the broad layout of the cabin is very similar to the XUV400 electric that we recently reviewed, but there are some changes. For example, the quality of materials have gone up. This is now soft touch. You have this stitching that goes all around here. This is also soft touch here, which wasn't the case in the earlier 300 and even in the 400. And yeah, you get the same new screens, 10.25 inch for the touchscreen with the wireless Android Auto and Apple CarPlay, but a big addition is Harman Kardon audio, 7 speaker, and it gets all the sound modes, etc. and so on. Now another notable change in the safety front is 360-degree cameras. You get the whole blind view monitor and so on and so forth. And you also get the full suite of Adrenox connected tech. Now this is again the 10.25 inch driver's display, again taken from something like the XUV700. It's exactly the same system, similar steering wheel as well. And while the center console is again broadly similar if you've seen what the XUV400 offers. So you get that new dual zone air conditioning setup. While this is a manual variant, so this doesn't have it, but you also get an electronic parking brake now. Now another good change is the 65 watt Type-C charging. You also get wireless charging and these new seat upholsteries with the perforation. Now the back seat was the XUV 300's great strong suit, and that continues here as well, with the big new addition of a panoramic sunroof. It's first in the segment. So yes, the higher variants all get it, and the other attributes remain as they were. So you get a wide sort of track. The wide track helps with so much space here, and the 2600 mm wheelbase means this is the kind of space that you have on offer. And a nice touch that most cars in maybe even a segment or two higher don't give you is this soft materials even in the second row, and that good stitching and the middle headrest. Now you get 3 engine options with the XUV 3XO. Now the base engine is a 1.2 litre turbo petrol with about 112 PS and 200 Nm. Then a step above is that 1.2 TGDI turbo petrol with 130 PS and 230 Nm with that overboost function that takes torque up to 250. Now that you can have with a new, actually both the petrols you can have with a new 6-speed ICE and torque converter. And the diesel also continues from before. It's 117 PS and 300 Nm 1.5 turbo diesel with that 6-speed AMT. Of course, all 3 variants also get a 6-speed manual. Now another significant mechanical change is that Mahindra has reworked the suspension tuning of the XUV 3XO. Now it's got a variable damping kind of system at the back, so we'll test that out soon to tell you how it works. Now the XUV 3XO comes in a vast list of variants which we'll get into later, but prices start from rupees 7.49 lakh and go up to rupees 15.49 lakh.